Okay, so it's the next day, and I thought about it lying in bed this morning. What am I going to do? Just throw the thing away? The Modine heater that's not doing what it's supposed to? And the answer is no. I'm going to tear the damn thing apart and figure out what is leaking. And so that's what I've done. Unfortunately, I didn't take a nice video of, oh, look, this is how you take it apart, and this is it taken apart, and this is the leak, and all that. But check this out. So this pipe is basically the top part of the Modine, and it comes down, and it was leaking from here. And I found that, which obviously isn't going to fly. What looks to me like what happened is that somebody stored this Modine upside down and water sat right here and just burst the pipe. And then it almost looks like somebody desperately tried to solder it back together and it didn't work. So anyway, I tried to remove that pipe from the fitting and it would not happen. And then I tried to remove the whole fitting from the radiator and that didn't happen. I tried 100 different things. Nothing worked. I tried to put PEX over the top of it, and that was too big. And the problem is that this stuff here is not the same size as all the other copper I use. It's refrigerator soft copper. So nothing fits it. So what I ended up doing, which you can see right here, is I cut the elbow out with a Sawzall, and I couldn't find anything that would fit over this. So for documentation and education purposes, regular copper almost fits over the top of this stuff, but not quite. This stuff has a lot thicker wall, but the inside diameter is just about the same as this stuff. So that didn't work. And I tried shark bite fitting, and that was too sloppy. It was just all loose over the top. So that didn't work. And then I tried a piece of PEX. I tried to heat the heck out of it and slip it over the top. That didn't work. So then I tried a 1-inch fitting, and that slipped right over the top. It was too loose. So that didn't work. Ultimately, what I found out is if you take one of these fittings, move please, thank you. This fitting here, I'm going to set this down. This fitting here, if I had not hacked it to pieces in the beginning, I could have taken this 1-inch fitting and it fits just about perfectly over the top of this one. See how perfect that is? Anyway, it's snug. It's not ideal, but it might have worked. Anyway, I didn't do that. What I ended up doing was I took a 3/4 inch coupling and I slipped it inside this pipe and soldered it together. Then I took a piece of 3/4 and put it in the coupling. That's why there's one inside of another. So now I'm going to come out and I'll just go back up to 1 inch. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to reassemble this Modine and hang it back up there, and with any luck, it doesn't leak. That's what we're doing. Okay. So I got them plumbed in, and it's holding air, I think. I don't hear any hissing, so I'm going to fill them with water. So, unfortunately, I realized a little too late. So anyway, this is how I did the 3/4. I realized that I stepped down to 3/4, which is going to cause flow imbalance. And this system, as you can see, it's based off T's, which means that these two things had to be pretty much the same. Otherwise, one would get all the flow and the other one won't. So now that I have 3/4 there, the water probably won't go to this one. It's 1 inch to 2 1-inch lines. So it's going to take the path of least resistance, which is going to be the 1-inch line, I think, or it may not matter at all. So we'll see. So now I will go downstairs and fill it with water. But first, I should take the air out. So I use this little valvey thing here just to fill it up. Well, it's still holding air, so that's good. Take all the air out. Sometime today. I should probably tighten those nuts on that circulator too. Okay, so that takes a long time. That might be a little quicker. So, I'm going to take the air out, take this off, hook up this drain hose over here into a bucket, and drain the water into here. I've turned the water on in the house, which is where I get my fill water. And I want to tighten these nuts. This is wired to that controller, but I think I'm going to change it to be on 120 volt thermostat, so that I can click the thermostat. That will turn on the pump and the Modine fans, because the fans have to turn on too. And I don't know how many amps this controller can draw, pull, push, whatever. So I might need a little research. First thing we're going to do is see if we can get this thing to not leak. Okay, so seemed to fill fine. I don't know. I mean, put water in, and what do you want, you know? So now I'm going to go look for leaks. I'm not sure if there'll be any or not. But, let's see. Well, I don't see any water on the floor. I don't see any drips there. It looks like I may have water in these things. It is definitely warm. That's good. Let's see if I can get any air out of this. Uh-oh. Oh, I see. There's water on the joist over there, but pretty sure it's just this thing that shoots water out when it first comes on, so I won't call that a leak just yet. Okay, so now I can wire up these fans and the circulator pump and see if that works. Okay, here's the update. The Modines are running! So they're both cooking away. I wired it up. It's got 180 degree water coming in the bottom, and it's coming out at 40 degrees. So they are absolutely doing their job. It is pulling every drop of heat out of that water it can. The downside is that the air doesn't feel very warm. One, because it's moving air always feels colder. But two, it's taking 30 degree air and heating it up probably 5 degrees and sending it out a little bit warmer. So these might be the type of thing that's like a long haul, slow and steady type of thing. The fans are cooking. I'd like to find a way to put them on a rheostat or something so that I can kind of turn them down a little bit. One, because they're noisy, but two, because they push a lot of air, and that might be disruptive if I'm trying to do some sand art or something. So anyway, I'm gonna let them cook for about an hour and check them. But yeah, I might have some heat in here. Well, some instant heat. I guess it's not going to be instant, but I have them anyway. I have that. That's what I have. So, yeah. Thanks for watching.